Hello from Kingfisher, Oklahoma. Today we're going to look at 5 things from Leviticus 27, and we're going to start into Numbers chapter 1. I'm really excited about this. Back from vacation in Ireland, it was great, but we're ready to jump in here anyway. Number 1 in Leviticus, it's saying if you make a vow and it turns out you owe a person or an animal and you wish to redeem them, and in the case of a person, you have to redeem them. You're not allowed to sacrifice a person. You can pay money instead. And so, since God is not interested in sacrifice of people, then they can be redeemed with money. And number 2, that's one of the roles the priests had to do, was estimate the cost. And there's some guidelines in there of what these pledged items were, and then the person would owe based on that. Number 3, tithes. Tithes are always holy. They're set apart. Now, I see nowhere in Scripture that excuses us from tithing to God, and here in Leviticus is no exception. It's actually saying that you need to do it. There's no excuse. You need to tithe. Now, I'm not saying it has to go to the church. A lot of people get hung up about tithing to a pastor or tithing to a church. It doesn't say that in Scripture either. You tithe to God. If you can't trust your church with the money, you need to be putting it somewhere where you can trust. If they're not doing the things that you want, as far as taking care of the things that God set forth, then I don't blame you. But you need to be giving it to God for a purpose that is of God. You don't need to be giving it, to your kid's college fund or anything like that. So, a tenth. And for farmers or people who have things coming in, a tenth of everything. For farmers, a tenth of produce and animals. It's not just cash. It's not just money. And the tenth is not a sacrifice that needed to be perfect. It's just a routine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's the tenth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here's the tenth. So it's a routine thing. And it says right there in Leviticus, don't worry if the lamb is good or bad. Just keep giving the tenth and make it a routine habit. So that's different than the sacrifices that needed the perfect, spotless lamb. This is a tithe, and you're just keeping it moving. Then we move into Numbers. Number 4, I just want to say the overall view of Numbers is there's going to be a lot of lists happening here. I'm excited to get into it and see what kind of meat is in this part of the Scripture. But there's going to be some stories sprinkled in there. But there's going to be some lists and numbers and some repetitive nature. That's how that's going to go. Number 5, God had set aside the Levites so they weren't numbered with everyone else. This is another picture of the holiness that God is all about, that he's teaching the children of Israel all about holiness. Hey, this is what it happens, but we're going to set this apart. Hey, everyone else is going to get numbered, but not the Levites. Hey, our nation is different. So that's what we have going on there in Numbers. Let's jump into Leviticus first. We'll close that out, and then Numbers. Chapter 27. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When a man shall make a singular vow, the person shall be for the Lord by thy estimation. And thy estimation shall be of a male from 20 years old, even unto 60 years old. Even thy estimation shall be 50 shekels of silver, after the shekel of the sanctuary. And if it shall be a female, then thy estimation shall be 30 shekels. And if it be from 5 years old unto 20 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male 20 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. And if it be from a month old to 5 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male 5 shekels of silver, and for the female thy estimation shall be 3 shekels of silver. And it be from 60 years old and above, if it be a male, then thy estimation shall be 15 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. But if he be poorer than thy estimation, then he shall present himself before the priest, and the priest shall value him according to his ability. That vowed shall the priest value him. So if he can't afford those things, because he's too poor and he still made this vow, the priest is going to make a decision. And if it be a beast whereof men bring to the offering to the Lord, and any man that giveth of such unto the Lord shall be holy. He shall not alter it, nor shall he change it for good or for bad, or a bad for a good. And if he shall at all change the beast for a beast, then it shall exchange thereof, and the exchange shall be holy. And if it shall be unclean beast, which they do not offer in the sacrifice to the Lord, then he shall present the beast before the priest, and the priest shall value it, whether it be good or bad, as thou valuest it. Where art the priest, so shall it be. But if he will at all redeem it, then he shall add a fifth part unto the estimation. So if you offered this thing, and you really don't want to offer your precious lamb, you want to keep that for something else, then you have to give the value plus 20% on top. And when the man shall sanctify his house to be holy unto the Lord, then the priest shall estimate whether it be good or bad, as the priest shall estimate it, so it shall stand. And he that sanctified it will redeem his house, and he will add a fifth part of all the money of thy estimation unto it, and it shall be his. And if a man shall sanctify unto the Lord some part of a field of his possession, then the estimation shall be according to the seed thereof. A homer of barley seed shall be valued at 50 shekels of silver. If he sanctify his field from the year of Jubilee, according to thy estimation, it shall stand. But if he sanctify his field after the Jubilee, then the priest shall reckon unto him the money according to the years that remain, even unto the year of Jubilee, and it shall be abated from thy estimation. So you can prorate the field. Instead of a full 7 years of value, it has less than that. And if he sanctify the field, will in any wise redeem it, then he shall add a fifth part unto the money of the estimation, and it shall be assured to him. And he will not redeem the field, or if he have sold the field to another man, it shall not be redeemed any more. But the field, when it goeth out in the Jubilee, shall be holy to the Lord, as a field devoted. The possession thereof shall be the priest's. And if a man sanctify unto the Lord a field which he hath bought, which is not of the field of possession, then the priest shall reckon unto him the worth of thy estimation, even unto the year of the Jubilee. And he shall give thine estimation in that day as a holy thing unto the Lord. In the year of Jubilee the field shall return to him who it was bought, even though to him whom the possession of the land did belong. All the estimation shall be according to the shekel of the sanctuary. 20 gerahs shall be the shekel. So, again, nothing really new there. But the year of Jubilee, it has to revert to the original family, so people don't lose their inheritance. Only the firstlings of the beast, which should be the Lord's firstling, no man shall sanctify, whether it be ox or sheep, it is the Lord's. And if it be an unclean beast, then he shall redeem it according to thine estimation, and shall add the fifth part of it thereto. Or if it be not redeemed, then it shall be sold according to thy estimation. Notwithstanding, no devoted thing that a man shall devote to the Lord of all he hath, both man and beast, and of the field of his possession, shall be sold or redeemed. Every devoted thing is most holy to the Lord. None devoted, which shall be devoted of men, shall be redeemed, but shall surely be put to death. So you got to follow the rules. And of all the tithe of the land, whether seed of the land or fruit of the tree, is the Lord's. It's holy to the Lord. And if a man will at all redeem aught of his tithes, he shall add to it a fifth part thereof. Again, 20% more if you want to keep that particular item. And concerning the tithe of the herd or the flock, even of whatsoever passeth under the rod, the 10th shall be holy to the Lord. He shall not search whether it be good or bad, neither shall he change it. And if he change it at all, then both it and the change thereof shall be made holy. It will not be redeemed. These are the commandments which the Lord commanded Moses for the children of Israel in Mount Sinai. Hey, we're into Numbers. And the Lord spake to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the second month, in the second year they were coming out from the land of Egypt. So we're not too far. We're just a little over a year away from coming out of Egypt. And remember, we just done the Ten Commandments on the tablets. Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families, by the house of their fathers and by the numbers of their names, every male by their polls, from 20 years old and upward. All that are able to go forth to war to Israel, thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies. And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of his fathers. And there are the names of the men that shall stand with you. Of the tribe of Reuben, Elizur, the name of Shedeur, of Simeon, Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai, of Judah, Nashon, the son of Amminadab, of Issachar, Nathaniel, the son of Zuar, of Zebulun, Eliab, of the son of Helon, and for the children of Joseph, of Ephraim, Elishama, the son of Ammihud, of Manasseh, Gamaliel, the son of Pedahzur, of Benjamin, Abidan, the son of Gideoni, of Dan, Ahazir, the son of Ammishaddai, of Asher, Pagiel, the son of Ochran, of Gad, Eliasaph, the son of Duel, of Naphtali, Ahira, the son of Enan. These were the renowned of the congregation, princes of the tribes of their father, heads of the thousands in Israel. And Moses and Aaron took these men who were expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of their names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So the Lord commanded Moses, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. And the children of Israel, Reuben's son, by their generations after their family, and by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of names by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Reuben, were 46,500. And the children of Simeon by their generations and their families, by the house of their fathers, those that were numbered to them, according to the number of their names, by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Simeon, were 59,300. Of the children of God by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of their names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, these that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Gad, were 40,650. And the children of Judah by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Judah, were 14,600. Would you like to count all those names? That's a lot of names. Of the children of Issachar by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, of the tribe of Issachar, were 54,400. Of the children of Zebulun by their generations, according to their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of their names, from 20 years old up and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those were numbered of them, even the tribe of Zebulun, were 57,400. Of the children of Joseph, namely the children of Ephraim, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered among them, even of the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,500. Of the children of Manasseh by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those were numbered of them, even the tribe of Manasseh, were 32,200. And the children of Benjamin by their generations, after their fathers, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those were numbered of them, even to the tribe of Benjamin, were 35,400. On the children of Dan by their generations, after their families, according to the house of their fathers, according to the number of their names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Dan, were 62,700. Of the children of Asher by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Asher, were 41,500. Of the children of Naphtali, throughout all their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even the tribe of Naphtali, were 50 and 3,400. These are those that were numbered by Moses and Aaron numbered, and the princes of Israel, being 12 men, each one was for the house of his fathers. So were all those that were numbered of the children of Israel by the house of their fathers from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war in Israel, even that all were numbered 600,000 and 3,550. But the Levites after their tribe of their fathers were not numbered, for the Lord had spoken unto Moses, saying, For the Lord, only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi, neither take the sum of them among the children of Israel. But thou shalt appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony, and over all the vessels thereof, and over all the things that belong to it. They shall bear the tabernacle, and all the vessels thereof, and they shall minister to it, and shall encamp around the tabernacle. And when the tabernacle setteth forward, the Levites shall take it down. And when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. And the children of Israel shall pitch their tents, every man by his own camp, and every man by his own standard throughout all their hosts. But the Levites shall pitch round about the tabernacle of testimony, and there shall be no wrath upon the congregation of the children of Israel. And the Levites shall keep the charge of the tabernacle of testimony. And the children of Israel did according to all the Lord commanded Moses. So did they. Okay, so we've taken the number. We've been through what the Levites are going to do in the last book. And now we're going to plunge into some more storytelling. Again, there's going to be some lists, but I'm excited to see what's in there. Thanks for joining me. Catch you next time.